Hi there, a warm welcome to you. Can you hear me, viewers? Thank you, John Spencer, for responding with yes. I had to start a new live chat because the earlier one had some issues regarding the orientation. Uh, Thank you again for being a part of the live chat. DW Ethiopia is congratulating me on reaching the milestone of having 80K subscribers. Yeah, thank you, DW. It became possible, all that possible because of you people. You join, you become members, you become subscribers, you keep my views on news going, you join live chats, you comment, you talk to me, you criticize, we fight, we argue, but we are here, all of us. I am not aware of people leaving my views on news. Generally, people go, they disappear for a few days, for a few weeks, then they return. So we have this special relationship between the viewers and the presenter. Everyone comments here. Everyone has rights to comment, to criticize, to uh, ask me for corrections, and I do. That is how we are able to cover the Horn of Africa in an impartial, neutral manner. Let me welcome the participants first. Yemaskan response, Fano supporter says, Sajid, my friend, how are you? It's been a good week for Amhara Fano. Two channels, three channels, two kernels joined them so far. Well, I go slow, I try to verify, try to confirm. Why? Because I am speaking on a platform, people rely on my information. I have confirmed only so far that two channels joined, Firamamu, Tazara, Lagos. Once we get confirmation about others too, we'll share updates with the viewers. But yes, it's a milestone for Fano. Fano is definitely reaching a milestone by having top channels join them. Gabre Gizahagan join. Hello, big brother. How are you doing? I'm fine, Gabre. Darni says, Mr. Sajid, I was not mocking you. Did not accuse you of mocking me. John Spencer, Darny says, your picture is perfect too. YouTube Mikias says, hello Sajid, how are you doing? I'm fine, YouTube Mikias. You have not been oriented since you went to Bangkok. Well, I work wherever I am, whether I am in Ethiopia, in Pakistan, in any country I visit, I work. This work keeps me fresh. It keeps me alive, you can say. Though I am writing fewer articles these days on news edits on myviewsonnews.org, .net, sorry. But I'm making the same number of videos and live chats. Sora Afato joined. Darny, no problem with your comments. You tell the truth. I respect that. Jafar Jamal says, Assalamu alaikum, Sajid, how are you? I'm fine, Jafar. How are you? Dr. Admas, so YouTube join. Ismail says, Sajid, are you living in Africa or Pakistan? Pakistan, obviously. EW Ethiopia says, watch out for the lady boys out there in Thailand. They're everywhere, not just in Thailand. Uh, Two news stories. Firstly, bad news for Eritrean migrants Eritrean refugees. The bad news is from Switzerland. Secondly, another assassination attempt in the Amhara region. Yesterday, on Friday, we know that in Oromia Special Zone, in Kamise town, Oromia Special Zone administrator was shot dead, allegedly by the Oromo Liberation Army. Uh, then, hours after that, in the same Oromia Special Zone, another assassination attempt was carried out. Who was targeted? Did he survive? Has he been killed? Who is he? General Komsa says, "How are you today, Sajid? What propaganda do you have for us today?" Well, propaganda is what you're spreading, because to call something propaganda before you have heard it means you are spreading propaganda. Orom Ticha joined. Welcome, Orom Ticha. Let's start yours with the Kira joined. Welcome, Kira. Orom Ticha, Kira are two members. Special welcome to both of you. Three members today we have Orom Ticha, Kira, and Yemeskan. Special welcome to all of you. If you want to be a member of the channel, you can click the link given in description section of this video. By the way, do watch my video about the president of Somalia's speech at the parliament today. I analyzed the bilateral relation situation between Ethiopia and Somalia. Leaders should be very responsible, very careful in the choice of words. So do watch that video and give your comments about the speech by the Ethiopian Prime Abiy, and then counter a speech by the president of Somalia at the parliament. Kidane Birhane, fourth member who joined today. Welcome, Kidane Birhane. Firstly, Switzerland viewers, we know that for months discussions have been ongoing. Some MPs have been urging the government to negotiate a transit agreement with a third country to deport Eritreans. Asylum cases of more than 260 Eritreans were rejected in recent weeks and months in Switzerland. Those Eritreans are still in Switzerland, but some MPs have been calling for their deportation. And we know that the Swiss government announced a few days ago that it would try to reach an agreement with Eritrea to a special representative was going to be appointed for Eritrea, who would be based in Kenya, Nairobi. Don't know what happened. But the Swiss government has decided, the parliament rather, Swiss parliament has decided that the Swiss Federal Council must make efforts to sign a transit agreement. The parliament is telling the government to now negotiate an agreement for the deportation of these Eritreans whose asylum cases have been rejected. Transit agreement. Eritrea does not take back its citizens. Whenever Eritreans are arrested abroad for illegally entering the countries, Eritrea does not acknowledge them as citizens of Eritrea, or it does not entertain this policy of taking its citizens back. European countries have been in talks with Eritrea for years, but Eritrea never showed flexibility. Because the bigger the Eritrean diaspora is, the stronger support Eritrean government gets from abroad. More financial support to, obviously, the Eritrean diaspora community sends remittances to the Eritrean government, through Eritrean government to their loved ones in Eritrea. If Eritrea starts taking its citizens back from Europe, what would Eritrea get in remittances? So it's a policy of Eritrean government. It does not take back its citizens. In Switzerland, we know that in Bern a few days ago, Eritreans protested, uh, mostly opposition groups, Eritreans. They accused Eritrean government of being involved in transnational repression against opposition groups. At the same time, they criticized the Swiss government for taking anti-refugee measures. But the protest did not work, it seems, and the Swiss government has decided to negotiate a transit agreement with a third country. Which country? UK, we know that signed a transit agreement with Rwanda to deport illegal migrants to Rwanda, mostly African migrants. I think so far only one migrant has been deported, if I'm not wrong. The migrant was due to be deported a few weeks ago. But thank you. Mahdar says, great work, Sadid. Deeply appreciate it. Your channel is greatly helpful for the new generation who does not speak the East African language. But UK has a new prime minister. This week, new prime minister was sworn in the UK. Keir Starmer is his name. In his first speech, the new prime minister opposed UK Rwanda deportation treaty. The treaty is going to be scrapped, it seems. So it's a good news for African and other illegal migrants who were due to be deported to Rwanda. That the new prime minister is not going to implement the treaty. But Swiss parliament is asking the government to negotiate Rwanda-style agreement with Rwanda, UK Rwanda style agreement with Rwanda or some other African country. Let's see what happens. Which African country will be ready to accept these Eritrean illegal migrants from Switzerland? That remains to be seen. Overall, obviously, not a good news for Eritreans in Switzerland. So we could see more protests by Eritrean community. I think this is the time for both Eritrean opposition and Eritrean pro-government groups to join hands, to unite. At least on this issue, they should unite. They should hold large demonstrations. They should let their voices be heard jointly. Their divisions are hurting Eritrean community at large. Their violence in their programs is providing justification to governments to go for such drastic anti-refugee measures. Will Eritrean groups learn? Will they now, at least to the extent of Switzerland, will they organize large joint demonstrations against this anti-refugee policy of Swiss government? Let's see. Oromticha says Brigade Nihamadow is financed by terrorist Islamic State, Boko Haram, and Al Shabaab of Somalia. You forgot Taliban. You forgot Indian armed movements too. You forgot some armed movements from South America, North America as well. So all should be included, I think. Varse, could you enlighten us about the Eritrean policy, about how to take Eritreans back? I don't know about this policy, but I know the Eritrean government's policy of pushing its citizens out of the country. And that is just don't give them their rights, deny them basic rights, they'll flee the country. Yamaskin says, Sajid, I have a question about what Abi said. Our fathers trying to coup our government. Any clue of which father is talking about? Well, it's open to interpretation. People said, Sajid, you don't know the richness of Amharic language, what father means. You don't know about that. I don't know, obviously, the local languages. By fathers, did he mean religious leaders? By fathers, did he mean elderly politicians? Did he mean activists? I think for religious leader elders too, you everyone uses term fathers. But yes, the term could imply the use of this term by the Prime Minister could be a way of just describing the group as a whole, which wants to uh, stage a coup. It means that maybe religious elders, uh, politicians, senior politicians, all could be part of this group. And I think the government has been accusing them in the past. Government accused Orthodox Church elders. Some Orthodox elders went to the extent of calling for assassination of PM based abroad. And some elderly politicians or senior politicians like Lidito Ayalio, like Andrgechu Sege, like Gyadu Andargechu, etc., politicians and journalists and activists, they are also talking about transitional government. By the way, Sisse Agina is his name, I think, and he's seen as a journalist backed by the government, by Prosperity Party. He said 2 days ago that Jawar, Gaidu under Gaichu, Lidito Ayalo, others held meeting with Americans and they discussed the possibility of establishment of transitional government in Ethiopia. And this is what the Prime Minister was talking about. This is not what the Prime Minister was talking about. He was talking about coup. If any politicians are holding discussions with Americans, then holding discussions to stage coup there. PM Abiy was talking about coup. Coup is different. Call for transitional government and efforts to stage a coup are two different things. I think he meant to say that some elements of Orthodox Church and some Amhara groups, they've been trying to stage a coup backed by Amhara diaspora community. This is what government has been claiming for several months, and that is why last year dozens of people, some academics, journalists, activists, artists were arrested. All those were accused of working to overthrow the constitutional order. That is what he meant, I think. Bilal Asai joined to welcome Bilal. General Comsa says, Isaias must have paid you handsomely today. Today I got payment from Isaias, and tomorrow I'll get payment from Brigade Nihamado. Marcos joined too. Marcos watching my views and news for years, if I'm not wrong. Welcome, Marcos. Rahabot says, do you know Beniam has won today the stage 8 in Tour de France? Yes, I heard about. Beniam is remarkable. He's just a champion cyclist, face of Africa. I had a video when he won another stage in Tour de France a few days ago. Varse says, you're talking about two different issues. Eritrean government never refuses for those who come freely to Eritrea. You did not get my point. I was talking about those illegal Eritrean migrants who entered Europe illegally. Europe wants to return them to Eritrea. I am talking about those Eritreans only. Eritrea does not take back those people. Brian Ipsa joined too. A second news story, then we'll end the live chat. Was another assassination attempt in the Amhara region, but luckily the victim survived. Yesterday, the victim did not survive. Ahmad Ali was assassinated. Oromia's special zone administrator was shot dead after he left a mosque having offered Friday prayers there. He was shot dead in Kamise town. Romeo Special Zone, North Shore Zone, the most dangerous territory to work for government officials. We've seen dozens of assassinations, especially in North Shore Zone and now in Romeo Special Zone. Another government official was targeted the same day, yesterday, when Ahmad Ali was assassinated. He is from Da Chafa Wareda. Dawa Chafa Wareda is in Oromia special zone of Amhara region. His name is Nuro. He was working as the head of culture and tourism on Wareda level. Uh, Unknown attackers opened fire at Nuro. Nuro was severely injured, taken to a hospital where he is receiving medical aid. So far, he is alive. So, two assassination attempts in Oromia Special Zone in the last 24 hours. One was blamed on the Ola, the Oromia Special Administrator. His death, reportedly, it was committed by Ola. And by the way, I also talk to people who are close to Fano. No one claimed responsibility for the death of Ahmad Ali. Ahmad Ali had some meetings with Amhara elders in recent weeks. Amhara elders wanted him to remove pro-Ola elements from Oromia special zone. He was working on it. That is why, reportedly, some pro-Ola elements or Ola carried out this assassination of Ahmad Ali, who tried to kill Noro. Dawa Chafa Wareda, culture and tourism head. It's not clear. I'll work more on it and then I'll brief you in coming videos. I think we should end the live chat, viewers. 26, 27 minutes have passed. We covered two topics. We talked about the Swiss government's decision to negotiate a transit agreement with an African country, maybe, to deport Eritreans whose asylum cases have been rejected. Though new UK Prime Minister has announced to scrap the refugee deportation agreement with Rwanda. Secondly, another assassination attempt in the Amhara region. In Dawa, Chafa, Wareda, culture and tourism had Nuro was the victim, but he managed to survive, reportedly injured, being treated at a hospital. Thanks for watching, viewers. Thank you for tolerating me. I'll be back tomorrow. Stay blessed. Bye bye.